Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to another cooking show for Ramadan where we give you ideas on what to make. My name's Luqman Shadrack. With me is Chef Nabil Roberts, who's going to be cooking up another fantastic dish today. Chef, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Shukr so much. What are we making today, Chef?
Okay, today we're keeping it a bit light as well. We're doing a chili beef stir fry.
Right.
Traditionally, this gets served with really starchy rice.
Okay.
But for Ramadan, I think we can leave the rice for one day.
Okay.
And instead serve this just with a fried egg on top.
Okay. Chef, take us through the ingredients.
Okay, first of all, we've got 1 onion, 3 cloves of garlic, green pepper and a red pepper, and some basil.
Okay.
And we'll also make a marinade, similar to the marinade used for the sticky chicken wings.
Right.
But in this case, we're using a bit of fish sauce.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a strange ingredient in our community, I do know that.
Right.
But do trust the process.
Okay.
It smells a lot worse than what it tastes like.
Awesome.
And it elevates any savory flavor, similar to what MSG does, but with fish sauce.
Okay. Take us through the process, Chef.
Okay, so first of all, we need to, this is just minute steak, so very thin cuts of steak. You could use tenderized steak as well, but then you run the risk of your steak being a little bit tough. Okay. In that case, you'll need to do a velveting, which is cutting it into strips as I am over here, and then having these strips marinate, if they were thicker pieces, with some bicarbonate of soda, salt, and some cornstarch. But in this case, we're using minute steak, so that's not necessary, and it also goes a bit faster. So we're just stripping all those pieces of steak.
This dish, Chef, how many people or family members would this be able to feed?
Well, this pack was 500 grams. Okay. So I'd say for the 500 grams of steak, you're normally working between 180 to 240 grams per person. Okay. Of course, there are other items that go with it, like traditionally it would be served with rice. But I mean, we are in Ramadan now, so there are always other things on the table. So we can work with a little bit less for the same amount of people.
Okay. What's the next process, Chef?
Next step, we just need to get these marinated a little bit. So we use some salt, some pepper, a little bit of chili oil again, some soy sauce,
it's about a tablespoon.
About a tablespoon of each, and then the fish sauce, because it's quite potent, only 1 teaspoon or a little bit less than a teaspoon.
Okay.
And to this we could also add a bit of water and just give it a mix. This doesn't need to marinate for very long because it is going to be a stir fry, which is technically a really quick dish to make.
Fantastic.
So 5 minutes, more than enough. Okay, so now we move that to one side and we can go on to the veggies. So for this, I've just got the chopped green pepper, chopped red pepper, and 1 onion into quarters. And just 3 garlic cloves, nothing fancy about it, just a rough chop. That's more than enough. And now we move over to our wok. This can be made in a pan as well. Mm-hmm. I just prefer a wok because normally we need to feed lots of people.
Of course. Okay, Chef, take us through the process of putting these ingredients together now in your wok.
Okay, very important, your wok needs to be smoking hot. anything other than smoking hot, you're going to be cooking and not stir frying.
Gotcha.
That's the very first rule and most important one as well. So all we do is we add a bit of oil to our wok. Just give it a bit of a swirl. So we're going in with the onions first. Careful, because of the amount of oil and the shape of the wok, it does tend to splash. I normally just let it fall down the side. Just give that a bit of a mix. Then we go in with our garlic, green pepper, and our red pepper. This doesn't need very long. We don't want vegetables to be all soft. They need to have a bit of crunch to them. So just give that a mix.
Okay, so you add in an extra ingredient, Chef. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we add a bit of cornstarch or maizena, and that's just to thicken up the sauce when the beef does go into it. Okay, now that our veggies have had about 3 minutes in the wok, we can go in with the beef. Just give that the mix.
And the aromas are coming through. Chef, do you find that dishes like this a little healthier as well compared to, we don't use too much oil?
They definitely are. One thing about Asian cuisine is they have lots of veggies in all of their dishes.
Right.
Whereas we're a little bit different in that respect.
Yes. So this is a great option to have on the Ramadan iftar meal.
It definitely is. I mean, we're all guilty of saying we're going to eat healthier this Ramadan.
Right.
And that goes on for about 3 days. And then we'll go back to the pies and the samosas and all the fried foods.
Yeah. When did you discover this dish, Chef? Do you make it quite often?
I do make it often. My daughter is an Asian food fanatic.
Nice.
She'd have Asian food every day of her life if she could. And then also, I think when she was 3 years old, we toured Thailand.
Oh wow.
And at that stage, all we had in South Africa was simply Asia.
Right.
And while touring, I realized that what we've got over here as Asian food is not necessarily Asian food.
Gotcha.
Because, I mean, wherever we are in the world, I try not to eat at the restaurants or hotels. I go out into the street, I buy the street food. You hear horror stories about street food, but that's where it's at.
Right.
So I ate the street food in Thailand, of course, whatever I could eat. I didn't go for the frogs and things like that. But in the Asian flavors served on the street in Thailand are completely different to what we get in South Africa.
Of course.
And obviously, I mean, our palates aren't really used to that.
Correct.
So I had to, like something like this, just change it up a little bit to make it more palatable for the South African.
Do you find food in Thailand is a lot more pungent, more spicier?
Yes.
Okay.
It's, like I said, with the fish sauce, I used a half a teaspoon. Whereas if you find this dish on the street in Thailand, they'd use 2 tablespoons.
Right.
It's a lot more pungent. And also, the spice level is beyond what we can handle.
Okay.
I mean, I love having a fresh cut up chili with any plate of food.
Right.
But the street food in Thailand, it's way beyond what I could even handle.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so how's the dish coming along, Chef?
We're almost there. Just I'd give it another 2 minutes or so.
Okay.
Just going to add a bit of water just to make some sauce. And you can smell the fish sauce now.
Beautiful. It's given it a very different smell.
Yeah.
It just elevates the dish a little more than what we traditionally know.
So I've added a bit of water just so that we can get this bit of sauce going with the cornstarch. Perfect, and that's done.
Right, Chef, our dish is finally prepared. Take us through the beautiful ingredients and the lovely colors that you've got in this dish.
Okay, so over here we've got the chili beef stir fry. This one, we've got some chili oil, basil, well, just finished off with basil. And then we've got some chili oil, and this one is also one that includes the fish sauce.
Nice.
So you get a bit of the smell from the fish sauce, but it's not bad.
Right. Okay, so we
all-
dish in
it's
this
all in
with
the taste.
a bed of rice, so wild rice.
Yes.
But Chef did mention you could add a lovely fried
Egg on top
Onions.
as well, yes. Traditionally it's served with a fried egg,
Okay.
but a fried egg which was fried in quite a bit of oil,
Okay, gotcha.
and we're trying to avoid too much oil.
That's correct, yes. I love the thick sauce that's coming through, and I'm getting some lovely aromas as well, all the lovely vegetables that you used in here. So this is going to be a really delicious dish. So let's have a taste. I'm taking a bit of the sauce and some of the vegetables. Stunning. This is really stunning. It's a light dish, it's not heavy, and especially after you fasted all day, you don't want a very heavy dish as well.
Lots of people make the mistake of eating too heavy and then feeling a bit unwell for the rest of the evening.
And the beef's nice and light as well. It's not heavy, it's minute steak, so that goes quite quick.
Yes, and the complete dish only took 15 minutes.
Beautiful.
Perfect for working people.
Chef, shukran so much. This is a wonderful dish, and I think our audience is going to appreciate how you put this together and the lovely taste that's coming through as well. Jazakallah so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
And that's another amazing dish by Chef Nabil Roberts, and I'm sure all of us will appreciate how easy this was put together and the beautiful tastes that comes out of this amazing recipe. Do look out for another episode on our channel coming to you very, very soon. From all of us at Hilaal TV, Assalamu alaikum.